Uruk-hai, Gavan and Melonin, and well met indeed. I'm Uruk-hai, Galu-Isen, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as Isengard. We have been unleashed, and Karaz Galadon has fallen. We are now just to remove Limbhere and the stain of High March Warden Nethudir from Lothlorien, and they will be gone. But Dol Guldur, as many of you will remember, have entered the fray and have put a nice little target on their capital city, and they've requested that we go and burn it to the ground for them. So we've got to shortly do that, all the while holding off Gondor until the time is ripe to then go and claim their city from them as well, because they are getting impatient and they seek their demise sooner than we are prepared to give it to them. But in time, Minas Tirith will fall. But where we are at the moment is, of course, we've got a large army in Rockburg, which is just waiting for someone to actually lead it, and Chief Lurtz, Conqueror of the Hornburg, is on his way to do that. They are going to move north, and probably they're going to move across to Dol Guldur, I think, actually. Because between Ugluk and Saruman, we have enough forces to deal with Limbhere. Allow me just first of all to apologise for any tippy-tappy typing noises on the keyboard in the previous episode from the third episode, of Erud Lewin, which came out yesterday. The only time in the day I was able to record that was at a time when Jessica was working, because our lunch times are different, and I had to record it at lunchtime. And her lunchtime is before mine, so she was working when I was doing the recording. I will try to make sure that it never happens again, and then I find another time. But unfortunately, I was very, very busy, and it was the only time I could do it. But it did come through on the recording, which is disappointing, because I normally like to try and be as good with the recordings as I can be, so that they are at least enjoyable to listen to back. I suppose I'm a bit of a perfectionist, really, and I try and do as best as I can with the work that I've got. Obviously, as many of you have now heard, Callie sometimes appears in the back of my videos meowing at me. But for the longest time, I used to always shut her out and endure, but I don't think people are as that bothered, actually. But anyway, so apologise if there was typing noises in the background. Now, we are to end the turn and see what happens. Gondor are moving out, but they're not going to get through Dwar, so we have no trouble there. So we can end the turn. If I press the space bar, I can't remember if I have or not yet. It doesn't matter too much. The AI's turns still go by relatively quickly. You may also have noticed in the Erud Lewin campaigns that my voice was spiking on the microphone more than it was, and that's because I was sort of playing around with sitting slightly closer to the microphone so that my voice would come through a little louder. But it comes through a little louder, and the average sound of my voice is better, but then whenever my voice increases in volume, it spikes in the videos horribly, so I wasn't all about that. Now, this message pretty much means we are going to be attacked by the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm. It's a very stupid way of the AI basically letting you know that they are gearing up to attack you. So we're going to have Khazad-dûm knocking on the door shortly, as well as Dol Guldur and Gondor. And for those who may have forgotten, our victory conditions in this campaign are to defeat Lothlorien, capture Minas Tirith, and now capture Dol Guldur. I'm not too concerned about defeating Dol Guldur, because fighting against them is very similar to fighting against Mordor, and it's just, we outclass them massively. Unless they've got some of their Shadow Knight units who are quite enjoyable to fight against. The rest of their army is just garbage trash, so we will outclass them and we will defeat them easily. So I don't want a protracted war against them, but I'm definitely going to be taking Dol Guldur for their transgressions. Oh, that message has an error already. The strength of the Galadrim wanes, and many have fallen in battle. Through the power of her mirror, the lady has seen the fall of her people and has called all to take up their bows and swords in a final defence of the forest. Those who have not seen combat in millennia shall march forth and turn the last vestiges of their terrible power against the enemy. And in the same turn, she falters. Hang on, have they just got 2 last stand stacks? Because even I think that's going a little too far. They wane, they're falling. What is going on? I don't think they should get a stack for both Karaz Galadon and for dropping down to 3 regions, but that's a last stand army right there. I'm happy with there being 1 last stand army, but 2 is a little silly. Have we got any archers? I think we've got some. Go and stand on that bridge. I don't want to attack them. I'll get them to attack me. There isn't really anything in that we'd use that would assist. Oh, but that's a nuisance. Right, Lurtz, so you might be needed in Lothlorien now then, so we'll pull you through. Definitely take the Uruks.
No sleeping here.
And then how many more slots is that? 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Get ready for
5.
fighting.
Yeah. Now, the nice little army there. Right, you head up from the south.
Objective complete.
And then the rest of you, I don't really know. Gather the excess forces from all around Rohan and we'll move out with those. Isengard itself, are you retraining things? Recruiting things? Oh yes, let me get some of those. Those will do. Oh, we make so much money, and we've got so much money. Everywhere should be building something. But for now, those of you that are free, head to Rothberg, and we'll send out a captain to try and claim back some lands from Dol Guldur, particularly there. We'll try and take that back from them, I think. Calenhad. Gondor is now more concerned about Caer Andros, which has fallen to Mordor, than they are about us, which is understandable. We can then continue building up. Did that just say Malenhad? Oh no, I'm apparently losing sight in my eyes. Merging names together. Oh, we've got some people in a fort. Yes, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Return, retrain.
We have completed.
Now we've just got to learn how do we deal with Lothlorien. Speaking of how do we deal with things, I know this is tangential and people keep moaning to me about it, but in my Total War Warhammer 2 campaign at the moment, playing as a Lethanar, I was allied with Lothern and Avalon, who now hold Ulthuan 50-50 between the two of them, and then also the lands of the Dark Elves 50-50 between the two of them, except for a small portion that I hold, and a small portion where the Exiles of Nehek still live. We're about 150 to 200-ish turns in, and Chaos has already been defeated. And I realised I no longer had any enemies, but I wanted to carry on playing, so I turned on the Exiles of Nehek, who had a military alliance with both Lothern and Avalon, but not with me. And so then in an interesting twist, Avalon sided with the Exiles, and Lothern sided with me. And I thought, all right, bring it on. The world is divided, the elves are going to war, civil war beckons. I promptly absolutely smashed Avalon out of they're basically gone, but didn't contend on the fact that the old world is divided almost completely 50-50 between Couronne, Leoncoeur, and the Empire. And now they have landed on Ulthuan with, and I can't believe, to be honest, that these numbers exist, but they landed on Ulthuan with well over 25 full stack armies. And all I had on Ulthuan was Alethanar with his one ambush master army. So speaking of how we're going to deal with the elves, it's rather pertinent because in my Warhammer campaign, I now have to face the realization that Ulthuan is lost to us, and indeed probably the campaign, because the Empire are incredibly powerful. But anyway, we are back, we are in. They haven't attacked me, which isn't surprising because that's a good army that I've got on the bridge there. So I think what we're going to have to do is sit and wait. Lurtz is going to move to Limbhere. And then they'll attack Lurtz, I expect, and possibly beat him, but that will weaken them significantly. And then we can move in. I don't really want to lose Galadon back to them. But then actually Lurtz on his own might not have enough clout. Ugh. But we've got the monies.
No sleeping here.
But it is really just about moving the army into position, isn't it? And then they might attack us on this turn, which would be brilliant. If we can get them to do that. You guys will go into that fort. I'd like to take the ones that don't need retraining out, if I can.
My lord.
So that we know that everything left in here is being retrained or we're getting things recruited. I will take some Uruk bodyguards, actually, because we are sort of running out of generals. So that'll do nicely. The Rochberg army is ready to rock and roll. So our captain-led army is going to head off. I've sent you ahead too quickly. Khazad-dûm has gone to war with the dwarves of... What? The dwarves of Khazad-dûm have gone to war with the orcs of Gundabad. But Gundabad surely is up there, and Khazad-dûm is down here. So, what? I can only assume Gundabad has come down the valley. But anyway, another end turn. Come on, elves, attack me on the bridge. Or has your go already been? Your go's already been, isn't it? Oh, I don't know where they are in the roll. I think something I'm going to need to start doing as well is mentioning at the start of these videos which version of Divide and Conquer I am playing, because on the Ered Luin campaign I've already seen 3 comments that are in the style of, I've just downloaded Divide and Conquer and I don't have a Buzzardom reclamation. Have I done something wrong? So I think I'm not spreading the word enough that it is a future version. that I am playing. And likewise, this version is older than the versions that you're all now playing. So I think I may need to publicise that a little better. But we'll see. No, I don't need you. Oh, Gondor have taken back Carandos. And perfect, our plan can work.
No sleeping
Lothlorien are going for a Draikhan. And who are we to deny them such victories?
It will be an honor. Let us settle matters on the...
Get ready for fight.
Are they going for a Draikhan or are they coming for Rockberg and just going a roundabout way?
Objective course.
Because if they went and took our Draikhan, that'd be fantastic. Let's make them Dol Guldur problem.
You, my enemy.
Or attack.
We don't have any siege, do we?
Listen.
No. Otherwise, we could have snuck in and taken it. Ah, Haldir's their faction lord now, and there's Nethudir. Probably beat them if we were to take that town, but they can get back. You
It will
see.
be an honor. Let us settle matters on the field of battle.
Daugobellion cannot reach me, but my Finden can. And he'll attack us. But then it'll then be two banner armies versus two banner armies, won't it? So,
No sleeping here.
let's you go to there. Take some. We'll take siege towers. What the hell? We got the time.
Is that what you want?
It's not a big city, so it won't. And you bring some spares as well. It won't have fantastic towers because it's only a large town. It isn't a city. We've left open the way to Karas Galadon, so they might cross through. Captain Eru-Rainian may well cross the river and hit us in Galadon. But that's all right. It's an acceptable loss at this stage. Acceptable loss. But we are almost certainly about to be attacked by a giant elven army, and that is going to very much take some time. I did see a comment in the third episode of the Added Lewin campaign. Somebody called me out quite rightly in that I mentioned how in Warhammer 2 I like to play the battles at half speed when the battles really are very important. And then they commented on the fact that I'm proclaiming verbally that I like to play the battles at half speed, and then yet in Divide and Conquer I frequently play the battles at times 6 speed and lose often because of that. Oh, Lothlorien, you've made an absolutely critical error, and the time for our attack has come. And this time many Bothans did not die to bring us that information, but they've not attacked us at Limbhere, so we can take their final town from them and kill them through town wiping. Two primary ways of killing the AI in the Medieval 2 engine that we can't change. Number one, the absolute best way is to take all of their towns. And number two, kill off all of their family trees. You can do either or. So taking Limbhere, which we are about to do, we will just outright attack it. So you get this fun, at least get a battle today. Oh, he was a bizarre looking fellow, wasn't he? Oh, Oldberg is ready to upgrade. Yay. Oh, no, we don't want to upgrade that. No, we're playing as orcs. We definitely don't want to upgrade that. But then we also kind of do because it opens more buildings. We're never going to be attacked this. Why am I fussing? We shouldn't fuss. It won't matter in the long run. Get us a catapult maker. What the hey? All right, let's do it. Do we want to go with Saruman or do we want to go with Lurtz? Lurtz has got a goodly number of archers. He's got a unit of Nazkai. There's a pike unit in there, and there's plenty of Uruks.
Get ready for fighting.
Saruman has got more berserkers and some trolls, actually. Oh, of course, yes, we used those in Karas Galadon, didn't we? He's got some archers. He's got a lot more ranged forces. It's a very range-heavy army. I feel like Lurtz is possibly better to break the gate than Saruman's army is. I'm going to go with Lurtz. Many of you may be displeased at that. I mean, Saruman's going to be in the battle. Don't worry about that. But, yes, please do let the AI control that. Now, they've got their own siege equipment, so they might attack. The only real threat today is Haldir, who comes with Galadrim archers. They're quite powerful. And there's a unit of Galadrim swordmen. They'll be a bit of a trouble as well. And there's Nethudir. Gilgalad is Elbereth Sentinels. They're the normal bodyguard, aren't they? And then Erutulkian, also, yeah, normal bodyguard. So it's just the Galadrim, really. The swordmen and the archers, they'll be a bit of a pain. They've got some sellswords, bizarrely. Otherwise, though, it is fairly trash. Oh, they've got an Elven Defender unit, and that allows me to just briefly mention what I did on that. The garrison building has been improved substantially so that at tier 1 it will now always give you at least 2 units. And I say at least because in about 192 out of 199 regions it will give you 2 units. And in the remaining 7, 8 or 9 or whatever that difference was, it'll give you possibly 3 or 4 because those are specific capital cities. And then at tier 2... it now gives you only 3 units, but they all come with 5 experience, 1 boost to their melee weapon, and 1 armor boost as well. So they will be much stronger in battle. But welcome to a generic elven town, and it actually looks really good, doesn't it? A nice little... The only thing that lets down the elven town is I really would have liked them to have more elven-specific walls. Now, obviously they've given them elven-specific towers, which... it's just a nice change. That's an excellent little feature that makes them feel different. But having an actual specific wall would have been nice. But I don't know if you can do that in the engine. But something that they can do, if they wish to, is use these walkways. If memory serves, I think we made them usable. Is there a gate on the bottom one over there? Yes, there is. I am fairly certain that they can get up on those walkways. Now, they won't because they're the AI. But I'm pretty sure they can. So, remember, this is Z3N's AI, battle AI, not the old new Germanicus' one. So the AI is almost certainly going to run back to the town square and camp there, and it's going to be the sloggiest slogfest you've ever slogged fest. But the towers present here today are powerful towers, as you would expect. I don't really want Nazkai on that. Have we got another crappy unit? Yeah, you guys. You take that. Right. Those are all 4 of our towers, aren't they? Oh, we've only got 3 towers. Oh, no, there we are. There's the 4th. Where do we actually want the towers to go? We'll just take the walls, won't we? So 1 is going to go there. 1 will probably go there. So if we... You're going to go there. You're going to go there. You're going to go there. And then you're going to go there. Actual archers, if you could group up, stand nice and wide, and just shoot anyone that we can when the time is right. Oh, take those with you as well. Take all of those. Group together. There we are. Wargs, you're going to be of almost no use, so let's just get you out of the way. And we'll worry about the melee forces and the crossbows in a moment, I think, because we're now just grouped together and stand at the back there. Yeah. Alright, let's start this thing. Oh, that's annoying. You've got to go all the way up there. Can we get 2 towers on that wall? Maybe? No. In we go, in we go, in we go. And Saruman, are you on your way? Oh, you're not coming all the way around to me, are you? You are, aren't you? No, go on. Send your siege towers in. Oh, I think they are. Yes, 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 yes. So Saruman is doing his own thing, which is good. We won't need that ram. I don't think we're going to need that. And as expected, they are preparing to pull away. Our archers come and take a nice or wide stance. Main force come stand behind. Who have we got on the walls then? Oh, Haldir himself is standing on the walls. And but he actually is on the floor. They are moving to defend the gate. So that's nice to see. They are in fact moving most of their army over to defend the gate. They're only keeping a single battalion in the town centre. And they are keeping a force over to deal with Saruman, who is on the attack. Over here we've got to break through some Lorien archers, which shouldn't be a problem for Orthanc Guard and Uruk-hai infantry as well, to be honest. That wall is taken already. We have no threat there. Our siege towers look cool, don't they? And there's no threat up there either. So we're going to get 4 units on... Well, 2 units will be on the walls very easily. These towers just aren't designed to bring down siege towers. They just haven't got it in them. But so every arrow that they're wasting on a siege tower is brilliant for us, because it means they're not killing one of our units. Which is nice. We will probably take a great number of losses here today, but it'll be worth it to kill Lothlorien. And Khazad-dûm will then probably be sweeping in and attacking us in no time at all. The towers keep firing. Ah, they are doing both, actually. They are attacking... Oh, I wonder what that was. There's an ice cream van outside. Sorry, I must have just gone silent there. I did indeed. There's an ice cream van that's pulled up outside. I don't know if that's something that they have outside of England. Obviously, anyone in England watching this will know exactly what I mean by there's an ice cream van and know why I just listened for it, because they play a song when they appear in your neighbourhood to let the children know that there's an ice cream van, and then you can go and buy ice cream. But is that something that happens in other countries to have ice cream vans? I don't think I've ever seen it. I've certainly not seen it in any film I've ever watched, which would suggest that it isn't a thing in America, because if it was, then it would be in at least one film. Could you actually get onto the walls? That'd be really handy if you actually tried to go onto the wall and not just stand outside of it and look at each other. Come on. Oh, there we are. That got them. I think the Nazca are throwing their bombs as well. Did we all just see that? There we are. They're on the wall as well. You guys over here, let's go, come on. And you guys have actually managed to succeed, so hit those Lorien Lancers. And you fellows are moving into position as well now. Right, let's just break through the centre then. Send those in for now. The Nazgai are throwing bombs, I thought they were. You three with the crossbows can stand further back. And then pikes, come and get ready. You're going to be going in shortly. Did someone just die? Oh no, you're all thanks sentries. Sorry. Sorry. I'm moving you in the wrong position. Right, you guys are going in. Nazgai, you're going to be going in. Nazgai, why don't you go and climb that siege tower over there? And similarly, Berserkers, why don't you climb that siege tower there? Ah, it is just buildings captured, Right, they're down and hitting those sentinels. That Uruk-hai infantry, come off the wall. You guys come off the wall. Just push through them if you have to and push them off the wall. There we are. Alright, we're in. Let's send them all through. The Nazgai are climbing the walls as we'd hoped. Where the sellswords are ready. Oh, and the Elven Defenders are over there. Keep going. And I had someone climbing this wall, didn't I? Or did they abandon that? No, I don't know. It's not Haldir himself there, is it? No. But they've got a couple of... It might be, actually. He's got a bright red cape on. I don't know. Confused. How is Saruman doing? Oh, considerably better than us. Saruman is about to breach the square. Not unsurprising. He is the lord of the faction. But we have got more of their units over here. Come on, through we go. Oh! Erutulkian has gone down. Oh, yes. Flaming death from above. Fantastic. And again, hit them again. Hit them again. Right, go for it. Go. You're way better than them. I'm expecting great things. Right, they're in. They're still attacking those lancers. They're taking a damn long time to do that, aren't they?
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Apparently, our pike battalions and Lurtz... it was the Berserkers, wasn't it? Oh no, Lurtz is the Berserker unit. There's no one at the gate, by my knowledge. It's people coming through the door there, yeah. Through we go, come on. The walls, the game just is so messed up with the walls. Because there's one or two units on a wall somewhere, like this guy over here is on the wall, so the unit doesn't know what it's doing, because the rest of the Elbreth Sentinels are over here. It just causes such a problem. Go for the Galadrim Archers. Right, no, that's never going to work, is it? Right, run up there. Actually, just move up the gap. Come on. Oh, no, Nazca, you keep going for those. The Nazca is severely outnumbered. Uruk Reavers also just run straight up the line. Why are you on the walls?
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Right, there we are, we're off. come down off the wall. You guys come down off the wall. You're not doing anything. There we are. We're in amongst them now. The pikes are moving through as well, I hope. Pikes obviously don't run, so they can't assist there. We should really send a pike over unit to deal with the lancers. I'm surprised that the Uruk-hai infantry are having such trouble dealing with lancers. They're cavalry, without a charge bonus. They should be easily beaten. Our archers now have no targets, so there is no point you standing there and dying. And similarly with you guys, just run away. Uruk-hai raiders, you can get through and help those cavalry battalions. Get them right in amongst them. Look at the line of pikes. That looks brilliant. Turn off the green circle underneath everyone. It's like watching Isengard really on the march. Fantastic. Oh, another general has died. High Marchwarden Nethudir has fallen. Only Haldir himself remains now. You three also run to the centre. Has the bigger picture. Ah, yeah, it's all going on in the middle. And, I mean, this area is over. Although there are some March Wardens on the walls there, which is a bit annoying. Let's go to bits faster, because this is over. We've just got to actually finish it. Many of you will be wondering, why are the towers still firing? We've got the walls at these towers over here, for example. The tower control range is now considerably expanded on what it was before. So as long as there is a single unit, such as this fellow over here, still alive within... basically within this half of the city, the towers will still fire. And the reason is because we really wanted towers to be an actual threat. Attacking a city should be more than just a minor inconvenience. And the only real way to improve the terror one feels when attacking a city is to make the towers better. You've seen how absolutely abysmally the AI handles walls. It doesn't know how to defend this place. It does not have any clue about how best to defend a town. So we have to try and help the AI where we can. And at the moment, helping the AI has meant giving them very powerful towers. Which does mean that you as a human get very powerful towers as well. But of course, you as a human also know that defending the walls is usually one of the worst ways of defending a town. So it's a bit of a payoff as to try and sacrifice a unit to keep the towers firing, or pull everyone back to a more defensible location like a thin road or something like that. It won't really be changed, and as I say, the range on the towers is about half the city, so as long as they have units on that side of the square, the towers will, give or take, mostly still be controlled by them. I would like to send some people up onto this wall, just because why not?
We've lost control of the city.
So let's send the 43 of those. Oh, what's going on this wall? Why can't I target them? Oh, there are already our 2 units of our own. How are the Nazgûl doing? Getting smashed. Oh dear, they're getting annihilated. And they shouldn't be, because they are far better than the unit that is attacking them. Right, let's go back to ×6. There we are. Come on, you guys go up onto the wall as well. Why are the Uruk-hai pikemen going onto the wall? I didn't tell them to do that. Oh, no, yes, of course. The Uruk-hai pikemen are going up onto the wall because this is the what's left of the Galadrim archers, isn't it? Oh, how I hate this game. Up we go, go on. Oh, for goodness sake. Just move somewhere. None of them want to move and attack this unit. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Let's just let the bloody timer run down. This is so frustrating. Goodness gracious. They're the only units left. We're basically getting killed by towers, and that is it. Saruman has taken a lot of losses, though. He's really forced his way in. But there's nothing on the eastern side now, and the square is held by us. Including our all, thank God. I don't know how they got when they got in. And those Galadrim archers are all that's bloody left.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Are you actually attacking? Oh, come on, someone. There we go. Dear, oh dear, that was annoying. 872 losses from us, 733 Saruman lost. That's not too bad, actually. We actually lost more, interestingly. And Haldir has lost them all. Our greatest kills go to 120 Nazkai. Despite the significant losses that they sustained, 32, they took down more than anybody else. And on Saruman's side, 180 kills. Again, Nazkai, but this time, of course, Dwar of War. The Nazgul himself, leading his own Nazkai, claims the top spot. And unsurprisingly, really, they are a really formidable unit. But they do just pay for it. And so you've just got to... You've got to come to... You've got to accept that you will take losses when using Nazkai. Because even though they are relentless, they are still easily surrounded. And Limbhere should be the last of their provinces. We should now get a bit of a wait whilst they calculate the rebels. Oh no, no wait whatsoever. Calculated and done. It is over! We've been awarded with 2,000 gold coins. We have defeated the realm of Lothlorien. And they are nothing! They are no more, just as Maith Vinden arrived at Adrian. I wonder if Dol Guldur will bother with dealing with him, or what they'll do now. That'd be interesting to see.
Get ready for fighting.
They built roads here. Blimey.
Kill them all.
Yeah, you didn't expect me back so soon, did you scumbuckets? Dol Guldur hosting some wargs? You ain't going no place, friends. I shall introduce you to the Uruk-hai of Isengard. And now let us build the best army that we can out of the survivors up here. And it won't include Lurtz, I'm afraid. So what's going to be taken out of this one? You and you aren't on that great. You're not that great. 733. I'm not bothered about the trolls, if I'm honest, and the berserkers. I'm going to take those out. Those and those and those. And those.
No sleeping here.
Those swap in. So those all merge with what you can. You guys merge. You're as merged as you're going to be. Anything here that's now better? The Nazkai, can we not? Oh no, we can't merge them because they're the bodyguard, of course. We've got a lot of Uruk-hai archers, which I don't think we need that many of. Is there anything to replace them with? You've got a couple of Warg units. And you've got an Banegard and a Orthanc. I'll take all 4 of those. So, 1, 2, 3... Anything? Oh, and 54 of those instead, actually. You guys head back, and I'm going to take your Wargs, I'm going to take them, and I'm going to take them.
My lord.
Perfect. You become... Oh, 55 of you no longer any great. You all merge together, and from that I'll take the beast, the Dunlendings. And then we will just hang here for a moment. We'll move in and sort of rile the enemy. But Lurtz is going to head down and link up with that force and take out Adrian. And Saruman is likely going to cross the river and head straight for Dol Guldur. We just need to wonder what these rebels are going to do first of all. And we need to leave someone behind here as well. 33 of you are cheap and nothing a unit, and 133 of them. We burnt everything to the ground, didn't we? That doesn't do anything. Did we have one of them in Karas Galadon? Yeah. We really don't need money at this stage, though, do we? It doesn't really make any odds. Build some towers on your way through. And yeah, you head over here, link up with the Tirith Anduin army. Saruman. I can't even reach them. Damn, I should have moved him forward. And then, of course, we've got Ugluk up here as well. Ugluk, you're going to hang in Galathon. You're going to stay there for a moment, and we'll move you later. We are training, of course, a force back in Isengard itself. Oh, and the Hornburg can probably throw some troops in. Yes. Give us all of those as well. Can you give me a better town hall? A slave hall? Yes, you can. I'll take that, please. Thank you. And that is where I'm going to end this episode. So one of our 3 victory conditions has been achieved. The fall of Lothlorien and Karas Galadon. Our actual victory conditions are 50 regions. Well, actually, the only remaining victory condition is 50 regions. But I'm not going to be taking 50 regions. I know we've only currently got 14. And 50 regions is basically the entire map. But once we've taken down what we want to take down, which is most of Eastern Gondor. And, of course, Dol Guldur. Then I will likely then call a halt to the Isengard campaign. And because I'd rather put the time and devotion into the campaigns that still have some challenge or still have some things to show off. Whereas this one, we're really there. I mean, the Witch King, and obviously there are more Nazgul to come. until the point that we get the Witch King. But of course, they all just have Nazkai bodyguard. There's nothing else to show you about the rings now other than the other Nazgul. We've got 2 of them already. Of course, we're supposed to be at war with everyone, which we are. But Khazad-dûm hasn't come into the fray yet. I mean, I'd be happy to try and take Khazad-dûm as well, just to show off some of the battle maps we don't normally see. But for now, that is going to end this episode anyway. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. There will be another Ered Luin episode tomorrow, and then thereafter, what's the day that you're watching this on? Thursday, isn't it? Thursday. So there'll be an Ered Luin episode on Friday, and then there will probably be another Ered Luin episode then after that again on Saturday, and then the next Isengard campaign will be... No, hang on, what's the day today? It's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. Oh, I'm all over the place. I don't know. There'll be videos around and about. Whenever this video went live, it went live. I hope you enjoyed it. Until we speak again, dear friends. Nevair na den perimad meluniden. No, I'll tell you what it is. I'm not going to let it go. I'll tell you what it is. There will have been 4 Ered Luin episodes by the time you watch this, because this video is on Friday, isn't it? So, you're watching on Friday. There was an Ered Luin episode on the Thursday, and there'll be another Isengard episode next Monday. And then there will be a 5th Ered Luin episode tomorrow on Saturday. Got it. Hammered it out. Planned it out. That's the week. Have a good one. Farewell.